our sister station, Big Kickin' Country, 94.9 FM here in the Cedar City area. So great to have you with us. We expect a great ball game tonight. Teams are going to be locked in, and we are looking forward to a night for the town of Cedar City to come together. As Russ Beck said, either way, Cedar City wins tonight. As for the festivities at halftime, I'm uncertain whether the funds from the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic will be distributed tonight at halftime here at Cedar High School, or whether that will take place at Canyon View in February when these teams get together there. We'll wait and see on that, but that's always a special night and a moving moment. I've always insisted no more moving moment in all of high school sports in the state of Utah than when the community comes together. The teams literally come together at in the middle of the floor. Coaches, cheerleaders, student body, and the funds are distributed to, in this case this year, 2 families who are suffering from the effects of cancer. Steve Hodson Cancer Classic just concluded, of course, a couple of weeks ago, and it was the 10th annual. So I am anticipating that that will be an equally moving moment this year as well, as we mark the 10th year of the tournament in play. As far as these 2 teams are concerned, Cedar comes into this ball game trying to snap a 5-game skid. They've dropped 5 games in a row. First one to Dixie, then to Stansbury, Uinta in the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, those 2 ball games. To Desert Hills here at home, 64-55. And then the Redmen lost to Pineview 2 nights ago in St. George. The Falcons, on the other hand, have alternated wins and losses just about perfectly over the last month or so. They came out on opening night of league play and beat the Snow Canyon team by a score of 56-39 in convincing fashion. Then on the opening night of the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, they beat Carbon 62-47. The second night of play in the Hodson Classic, lost to San Juan 65-56. And then on the final afternoon, beat Stansbury 57-52. Canyon View came back to region play that first week of January, and lost at Hurricane 58-51. But they beat Desert Hills 2 nights ago by a score of 67-55. In fact, in the process of that game, at one point the Canyon View Falcons were ahead by 20 points, 35-25. About midway through that ball game. So this Falcon team is hitting on all cylinders, really, and they've come into tonight with a chip on their shoulder here in hostile territory, and you can be sure they're going to put on a show to satisfy the Falcon fans who have come across town and are now filling the stands. The stands are nearly full, about 90% full at this point, and the people are still coming in. And once again, we remind you, if you are near a handheld device or a desktop computer, you can go to ksub590.com and watch tonight's ball game as well. We are going to pause for another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more on the pregame show right after this.
I am your favorite DQ Treats. And when you exit the drive-thru with a minivan full of me and a rear-view mirror obstructed by DQ soft serve, your kids will know that you know how to party. Party over here. Party over there. Party everywhere.
With 2 Cedar City locations to serve you on South Main Street and in the Color Country Chevron near the 200 North Interchange.
Because I'm not fast food, I am fan food.
Turn to southernutahradio.com and southernutahsports.net for the latest in Southern Utah news, features, and high school and college sports, with local spotlights, local details, local features, local audio and video interviews, as well as live audio and video events. SouthernUtahRadio.com and SouthernUtahSports.net. For lunch, dinner, or after the game, Brad's Food Hut is the place to please the entire party. From Bronco burgers to fish and chips to sandwiches, salads, or specialty sides to delicious ice cream desserts or thirst-quenching drinks, Brad's has the menu to satisfy everyone's appetite. Serving Cedar City for nearly 4 decades, Brad's has become Cedar City's favorite stop. Call ahead and your order can be ready. Dine in or take out at 546 North Main Street, Brad's Food Hut, where everyone leaves happy.
The radio home for the SUU T-Birds. Talk Radio 590, KSUB.
All right, there's our national anthem. Welcome to Cedar High School for tonight's high school basketball matchup between the Falcons of Canyon View and the Redmen of Cedar High School. We are coming to you live both on 107.7 590 KSUB and also the video stream. We understand that the link at ksub590.com is not working right now. You can find the link at southernutahradio.com, southernutahradio.com, or southernutahsports.net. That's southernutahsports.net. Both of those links are working. And so we invite you to switch over to those links, and you'll be able to tune in via the video feed tonight in the ball game. Thanks for being with us. We will get you the starting lineups here for tonight's ball game, and they are brought to you by Tink Superior Auto Parts. See Napa and Tink Superior Auto Parts for everything your vehicle needs. With thousands of parts in stock, shop and save at Tink's in Cedar City, Beaver, Panguitch, Hurricane, and in St. George. For the home team, the Redmen, getting the start, number 21, 6'3", a senior, Tanner Ayer. Number 30, 6'3", a junior, Landon Barney. Number 5, 6'1", a sophomore, Trayton Tebbs. Number 35, 6'3", a freshman, Zab Santana. And the fifth starter tonight is number 55, 6'2", a senior, Bryce Crowley. For the Canyon View Falcons, number 13 is Parker Holmes. Number 33 is Kyle Sorensen. Jumping in the middle is number 20, Dallin Brindley. Number 3 is Trevor Farrell. And number 2 is Mason Lyman. Farrell and Lyman leading scorers on this Falcon team. There's the tip, and we are underway. The Falcons win the tip, and bringing the ball out front is Mason Lyman. He'll go to Sorensen, driving the lane, kicking back outside. The entry pass, I should say, is battered away and out of bounds. It'll be Falcon ball underneath the basket. Parker Holmes to trigger in, and he'll come into Lyman. Lyman wide right, guarded by Santana. Early on, it looks like a man-to-man defense for the Cedar High Redmen. Up top with it is Farrell. Farrell fakes right, goes left, drives, kicks out into the corner. A Bobby's upholstery three, up no good, but the backside rebound knocked out of bounds and saved inbounds by Parker Holmes. A hustling play there by Parker, and he keeps the possession for the Falcons, and they'll get another look. Just underway here at Cedar High School. Still scoreless. They come in to Lyman. He'll fire up the Bobby's upholstery three. Another Falcon offensive rebound. Out to Farrell. That's Lyman. He'll drive the lane and kick out, and a whistle and a foul, and I think it'll go against Landon Barney. We'll see. Nope. It's going to be Bryce Crowley. It's Zab Santana, number 35, not number 55. First foul of the ball game for either team. Here's Holmes in the corner. The dribble between the legs. Now he goes baseline, working against Crowley. Puts it up, no good. And another Falcon offensive rebound, and Holmes puts it up and in. So Parker Holmes with the first bucket of the ball game, and the Falcons have gone out in front 2-0 on your State Bank scoreboard. State Bank of Southern Utah, personal and business banking since 1957. Into Crowley go the Redmen. The shot is missed. It's tipped out, and down the floor with it is Farrell into the forecourt right side. He'll go up top, and another Bobby's Upholstery three is up and in for Dallin Brindley. 5-0 Falcons here. We have just played about a minute and a half. Here's Zab Santana left side, drives, tries to lay it off to Crowley, and the ball is kicked away and out of bounds by the Falcons. Out of bounds underneath for the Redmen. And it looks like it will be Landon Barney to do the honors for the Redmen right underneath the basket. 5-0 Falcons here in the early going into Air. Air will drive the lane, sees a seam, and he makes it all the way in for the hoop on your Boulevard Home Furnishings drive to the hoop there by Tanner Air. 5-2 Falcons. Another Bobby's Upholstery three at the other end, and 3 more points for the Falcons as Trevor Farrell nails it from long range. 8-2 Falcons. And here's Barney into the forecourt to Air once again. Air trying to drive, tripped and fouled there by Kyle Sorensen. First team foul on the Falcons. We are underway here at Cedar High School. 8-2 Falcons lead it. And in they come to Barney. They'll swing it left side, back to Barney, back to the right side to Air. Air in 3-point range. He'll dribble the ball up top and send it left side to Zab Santana on the wing. Santana with the ball up top to Tebbs. Wide open three, and it's good. Trayton Tebbs from long range. Bobby's Upholstery can handle it all for you. See them for automotive and home furniture, ATV, boat, and equipment, seats, sewing, and repairs at 454 North Main Street in Cedar City. Falcons with the ball and an 8-5 lead. They get it in, throwing a shot up is Sorensen, and the Redmen come away with it. Here's Tebbs to Barney, down into the corner to Zab. Another Bobby's Upholstery three. This one misses. A fight for the rebound. It's tied up, and it should be Redmond ball as the Falcons won the opening tip. So Redmond will have the ball, and it looks like they're going to go underneath the bucket. Checking in for the first time is Luke Armstrong, 6'6", a sophomore. Out comes Bryce Crowley on your Zions Bank substitution. Hey, there's no substitute for having the right banking partner. Zions Bank in the heart of it all on the corner of Main and Center Street in Cedar City. Santana driving, hanging, laying it up off the glass and in. Zab Santana with his first bucket of the ball game, and it's a 1-point affair here at Cedar High School with 5 minutes left to go opening quarter. 8-7 Falcons. With it is Lyman, wide left. Up top they go to Brindley. Brindley kicks it out, and a long three, no good. Falcons with another offensive rebound and a 15-foot jump shot short off the front of the rim, and guess who gets it? Falcons once again. Out they go to Farrell. Farrell to the free throw line. Another wide open three off the back of the iron, and it's finally pulled down by Luke Armstrong for the Redmen. 4.5 minutes remain first quarter. Zab Santana, 18-footer, angle right, no good. And the Falcons come away with it. 8-7 Falcons lead. Into the forecourt comes Farrell. Up top to Lyman. Lyman working off the screen, bangs into the defender, lays it up high off the glass, gets his own rebound, and the putback is good. Staying with it is Mason Lyman, his first 2 points of the ball game, and it's a 10-7 Falcon lead. 4:05 left to go opening quarter. Trayton Tebbs right side to Zab Santana. In they go to Armstrong. Armstrong with his back to the basket. He'll come out to Tebbs, and Tebbs will reset the offense. Dribbling to the right wing now. Working baseline with a pirouette move. Fall away 15-footer is good. Trayton Tebbs, 5 points in the ball game, and it's a 1-point ball game once again. Falcons out front 10-9. 3:38 left to go opening quarter. On the dribble into the forecourt, Mason Lyman. He'll bring the ball back out between the circles and reset the offense. Lyman on the dribble to the top of the key. Now veering over to the right side. He'll hand the ball off there to Farrell. Trevor Farrell from beyond the three-point line shoots it up, and the Falcons with another offensive rebound. Underneath they go, back out front now to Sorensen as he drives the lane. The ball is kicked away and out of bounds. It'll be Falcon ball. 10-9 Falcons here in the early going. Once again, if you're having trouble with the link at ksub590.com, you can go instead to southernutahradio.com, and a working link should be there. SouthernUtahRadio.com or SouthernUtahSports.net. Either of those links working. We're still working on that KSUB link. Here's Tebbs off the steal. Baseline right. Jackknife layup is good. Trayton Tebbs now with 7 points in the ball game. And the Redmen have moved ahead for the first time, 11-10. Falcons driving, kicking, and a good look for a three. And hitting it from the corner is Cody Spencer. Just checking into the ball game. So Falcons back out in front, 13-11. Zab Santana down in the corner to Tanner Air. Air drives, sends the defender to the floor. Holding his ground there was number 20, Dallin Brindley, and Air is charged with the offensive foul. First one for Tanner, and the second team foul for the Redmen. First quarter of this ball game is brought to you by Ron Sporting Goods, Southern Utah's best choice for motorcycles, ATV, sports parts, and accessories. They've been in business for over 50 years at the same great location, 138 South Main Street in Cedar City. Here is the little runner by Lyman, no good, and a foul will go against Lyman. On the rebound, the ball goes over to Cedar. Falcons out in front, 13-11. Gage Savage into the ball game. Also checking in for the Falcons is number 32, Jackson Jorgensen, 5'11", a junior. Savage to inbound. He comes into Tebbs and some full court pressure on the part of the Falcons. 2:10 left to go. Falcons out in front, 13-11. Here's Zab Santana on the wing. Up top to Air, right side to Gage. Now they'll go to Trayton. Trayton tries to drive baseline. He's bumped and fouled there by Jorgensen. First on Jorgensen, that is the third team foul on the Falcons. So it'll be inbound for the Redmen. Gage Savage sends it into Trayton Tebbs. It's knocked away and out of bounds by a hustling Cody Spencer, 5'11", 155-pound junior. And Gage Savage will now inbound from the sideline. Savage comes into Santana in three-point range. Underneath they go to Armstrong. Armstrong putting the move in the lane, forces one up and in. Nice move there by the big sophomore, 6'6", and the Redmen will have that height advantage. And boy, Armstrong has really been coming on the last several games. It really turned a corner in that Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, and he's been looking sharp. Driving the lane, running one up, no good. But a foul on the drive apparently will go against the Redmen. Zab Santana is going to be whistled for his second. And Santana will have to come out of the ball game. Checking back in is Landon Barney. Out of bounds for the Falcons underneath the bucket. 1:36 left to go opening quarter. 13-13 is your State Bank score. In they come to Jorgensen. Jorgensen between the circles, right side with the pass. Faking right, going left, and traveling is Mason Lyman. So a little bit of a juke there, and it comes back to bite Mason Lyman. As they say, he shuffled his feet before he put the ball down, and a turnover for the Redmen. 13-13 tie. Here's Trayton Tebbs, left side to Barney. Barney with the ball to Gage Savage. Underneath they try to go to Armstrong, too low for the big man. You got to put it up a little higher than that for the big man to handle it. It was a great idea, just the execution that went wrong there. And so the ball goes over to the Falcons. 13-13, 1:07 left to go. And into the forecourt on the dribble is Lyman. He'll drive the lane, runner up against Barney, right over the outstretched hands, and score the bucket nicely. Mason Lyman for his second bucket of the ball game, 4 points. Less than a minute left to go. The Falcons out in front, 15-13. Here comes Air, drives the lane, lays it off to Armstrong, and on the pass off, a foul will go against the Falcons. So underneath for the Falcons, still just 3 team fouls on underneath for the Redmen, I should say. 4 team fouls for the Falcons. Gage Savage with it out front, 40 seconds and counting. Here's Trayton Tebb straight away. Way out beyond the arc, drives the lane, crashes into a defender, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. The argument could be made that position wasn't established, but anytime a player comes into the lane like that and is just a little bit under control, a referee is hesitant to reward him with a foul on the defense, and that's, I think, what happened there. 24 seconds left to go. Falcons out in front, 15-13. Here is Lyman with the ball. He'll hand it off there to Jurgensen. Jurgensen drives, kicks it back out, and a wide open three is up and in by Cody Spencer, his second triple of the ball game. Brought to you by Bobby's Upholstery. Here comes Gage Savage into the forecourt. 18-13 Falcons. And here's Barney for a long three. Off the front of the rim, won't go. The Falcons get it. The long heave, no good. And that's the way the first quarter is going to end. Falcons out in front, 18-13. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Visit Rally Stop for quality top-tier gasolines, first-class customer service, and the cleanest restrooms in town. Rally Stop offers ethanol-free gasolines at most locations and DEF diesel additive at JR's Truck Stop and the Providence Center Chevron in Cedar City. For quality gasolines that save you money with better mileage and engine performance, for groceries, food, drinks, and in-house restaurants, trust your local Rally Stop stations in Cedar City, St. George, Springdale, Panguitch, and now in Delta.
Back at Cedar High School after one quarter of play, and the Falcons out to an 18-13 lead. Three-point shooting has made a big difference in this ball game. The Falcons with 4 of them, Cedar with just 1. And this is a three-point shooting team, this Falcon team. They live and die by it. Lately, they've been living. Big victory over Desert Hills 2 nights ago at home. So the Falcons begin with possession here in the second quarter of play. It's Lyman with it. He'll hand it off to Farrell. Farrell, right side to Holmes. Parker drives the baseline. The reverse layup, no good. And the rebound off to Tanner Air. Down to Zab Santana. Back to Air. Into the forecourt right side to Tebbs. Tebbs up top to Barney. Back to Tebbs, who will bring the ball between the circles and reset. 18-13 Falcons. Barney with the ball now. Barney into Armstrong at the top of the key. He'll hand off to Tebbs. Tebbs with the ball. Left side to Zab Santana. Zab bringing the ball out near midcourt on the drive. He'll bring it all the way over on the right wing, 18-footer, and he got it. Don't know how he did it. Looked like the defender hit the ball as he brought it up, but Zab hit it. Two-pointer just inside the arc, and it's an 18-15 ball game. Falcons out in front. Lyman with the ball wide left. He'll go down on the block to Holmes, back out front now to Brindley. Brindley with a three-point shot, and he's got it. Another three-pointer, second in the ball game for Brindley, and the Falcons push it out to a 21-15 lead. Here comes Tanner Air in a big hurry. Drives, lays it off to Armstrong, to Santana. Baseline jumper is no good. And the rebound off to Lyman for the Falcons. Behind the back with the dribble, into the forecourt to Farrow. Another three, and it's good. And the Falcons now out to a 24-point lead, and a timeout called by Cedar. Brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. When your child is sick, time is of the essence. Color Country can help with same-day appointments for sick children. 24-15 Falcons, back in 1 minute.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
KREC, Bryan Head, and Cedar City at 98.1. St. George at 98.5. The Southern Utah's Variety Station, Star 98, a product of Cherry Creek Media.
Redmond with the ball. Trayton Tebbs to inbound against full court pressure. He comes into Barney. 6:23 left to go here, second quarter, and the Falcons have pushed it out to a 9-point lead on three-point shooting. Zab Santana with the ball in the middle of the floor. He'll drive and kick out to Air, to Tebbs on the baseline. Backside they go to Barney, and the three-point shot is blocked by Holmes. Barney comes up with it, but the ball is knocked away and out of bounds, and I believe it went off of Armstrong. It'll be Falcon ball. 6:06 left to go, second quarter. 24-15 remains your State Bank score. And the second quarter of the ball game is brought to you by MCO Tire and Service Center. For tires and auto repairs, MCO is the place to go. Call 867-8800. 867-8800 for MCO Tire and Service Center. And as the shot caroms away, a foul is going to be called on the Redmen. It looks like it's going to go against Tanner Air. Number 2 on Tanner, number 5 on Cedar. Out of bounds for the for the Falcons. In they come to Farrell. Farrell with it on the wing in three-point range, working off the screen against Trayton Tebbs. Up top they go to Lyman. They'll swing it around all the way to the right side to Holmes. Sees a lane to the hoop, drives it in, puts it off the glass, and scores it. Parker Holmes with his second bucket of the ball game, and suddenly it's a double-digit lead for the Falcons, 26-15. 5:25 left to go. Here's Zab Santana with the drive and kick. Barney for the three off the back of the iron, no good. Redmond can't get the three-point shot to drive, and it's the Falcons with it quickly into the forecourt. It's Farrell. Farrell driving. He'll lay it off to Brindley. Drive and kick, drive and kick. Here's another three-point try, no good, but the Falcons get yet another offensive rebound. Parker Holmes with it wide right. Free throw line extended in three-point range. Now they go into the low block. And the turnaround shot up, no good by Sorensen. The rebound off to the Redmen. Down the floor they come to Trayton Tebbs. Cross court to Air. Tanner with it, goes underneath to Armstrong. Backside pass is stolen away by Trevor Farrell, who stepped in the passing lane and took it right away. Falcons with the ball in a 26-15 lead. Down in the corner, they go to Brindley, back up top now, driving the lane. Jackknife layup up and in by Mason Lyman. 6 points in the ball game for Mason, and it's a 28-15 lead, and the Falcons are threatening to run away with this one. Still plenty of time in the ball game, of course. Trayton Tebbs drives, puts it up, no good. Can't get his own rebound as the ball is knocked away, and the Falcons come away with it again. Not a quality look for the Redmen. And down the floor, putting it up no good is Parker Holmes, and a foul will go against Landon Barney. That's the only way he could stop an easy bucket. So that's the way it's looking for the Redmen. The Falcons shooting the lights out of the place, and the Redmen can't get one to fall to save their lives. 3:56 left to go here, second quarter. 28-15, make it 29 as Holmes hits the free throw. He'll have one more. On your Webster's Orthodontics straight shooting free throws, Dr. Webster and staff at Webster Orthodontics will set you straight and leave you with a beautiful and confident smile at 415 North Main Street in Cedar City. 29-15. And the Falcons looking to double up the Redmen with a make here, and it is no good. Tanner Air for the rebound. Air to Savage, cross court to Barney. Barney will drive and kick to, or lay it off to Crowley. Crowley misses the shot, and the Falcons come away once again. 29-15, Canyon View. Driving is Lyman. He lays it off, and the ball is stolen away. Bad pass there by the Falcons. Barney with the ball to Zab Santana, who will bring it between the circles and work off the high post screen. Out to Air. Tanner Air with the ball to Barney. Down in the corner they go to Tanner. He'll drive the baseline. The shot is blocked away by Holmes, and the Falcons come away with it. Down the floor come the Falcons. It's Farrell with it in three-point range up top. Now they're swinging around the left side to Holmes. Three-point look, no good. And it's Tanner Air with the rebound for the Redmen. But with 3 minutes left to go here, second quarter, the Redmen have got to get some offense going here. Zab Santana with the ball, 29-15. Falcons is your State Bank score. Santana working off the Barney screen. with a pirouette move at the top of the key, sees a lane, puts it up the glass and in. On your Boulevard Home Furnishings drive to the hoop, Zab Santana scores his 6th point of the ball game. Boulevard Home Furnishings, hey, you don't have to drive far to find great deals on furniture, appliances, electronics, and so much more at your hometown Boulevard Home Furnishings on South Main Street. Here is Farrell with the ball. He'll drive and kick out left side. Now they'll bring it up top to Brindley. Left side once again. Long-range jumper by Farrell off the mark. And it's Gage Savage and Brindley fighting for the rebound down there. The ball will go over to the Redmen. 29-17. Falcons. 2:16 left to go, second quarter. Zab Santana with the ball against some token pressure by the Falcons. Now the Falcons will drop back into the half-court defense. Zab Santana on the dribble out front, works off the air screen. Zab to the baseline, out front to Tanner. Tanner Air with the ball, driving and kicking out to Santana. Santana will pop from about 13 out and hit another one. 8 points in the ball game for Zab, and it's a 10-point ball game once again, 29-19 Falcons. 1:45 left to go, driving the lane all alone, putting it up, and an offensive foul goes the Falcons' way this time. Whistled for it is Jackson Jurgensen as he drove the lane, picks up foul number 2, and that's the 15th foul on the Falcons. 6 on the Redmen, and it looks like the bonus will likely not come into effect with 1:30 left to go here in the half. Garrett with the ball in the ball game for the first time. Here's Zab Santana now, wide right. He'll bring the ball between the circles on the dribble. To the top of the key he goes, drives the lane, the pirouette move, ball knocked away, stolen away. Parker Holmes breaking away, drives, and the ball is knocked away by a hustling Gage Savage. It'll be Falcon ball. Or actually, they're going to call a foul on Gage, and free throws will result with the 7th team foul on the Redmen. Savage with his first. That, as I said, is the 7th team foul. So out the line to shoot 1 and 1 is Parker Holmes, and the first one is up and in. Landon Barney in. Tanner Air checks out to prevent from picking up that third personal with 1:18 left to go second quarter. One more free throw coming, however, for Parker Holmes, and he can push it out to a 31-19 lead if he can hit this one, and he does. $1:18 left. All 10 players on the floor are in the backcourt as Landon Barney inbounds to Gage Savage. Savage back to Barney in the middle of the floor. Ahead to Zab Santana, and the Falcons fall back defensively. Santana with the ball, 1:09 and counting. To the top of the key on the dribble, drives the lane, lays her up with the right hand, and scores it. Zab Santana now with 10 points in the ball game, and it's 31-21, back to a 10-point advantage for the Falcons. Right side with it are the Falcons. Down into the corner they go to Holmes. Cross court. Actually, that's Holmes on the left side. His three-point shot no good, and Savage comes away with the rebound into the forecourt in a hurry. Tries to go to Barney. The ball is behind him as it was tipped by a Falcon, and then Barney reached out and touched it last. It will be Falcon ball. Tanner Air checking back into the ball game with 39 seconds left to go in the half. And Falcons with possession and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. 31-21, Falcons out in front. Here is Lyman with the ball at the top of the key. Crossover move, drives and kicks out to the left side. Shooting it up, no good. Blocked by Zab Santana is Trevor Farrow, and the Redmen come away with the ball. Tanner Air with it, back out front to Savage. Gage will hold for the last shot of the quarter. Gage to the free throw line on the dribble. To the left side he goes to Garrett, back out front to Gage. 5 seconds left to go. Gage will drive, run one up, miss everything, and the Falcons come away with it, and that's how the half is going to end. 31-21 after 2 quarters of play, and for our viewers on the video stream, we will go right to our halftime break. And for those listening on the radio, we will go to our...
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted source for tires and accessories and for maintenance and service to the most exacting standards. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West, 200 North in Cedar City.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Nacken, orthopedic surgeon to the Thunderbirds and director of Intermountain Sports Medicine at Cedar City Hospital. If you want to get more active and healthy, first, be realistic about where you are and where you want to be. Starting slowly and being very gradual in your addition of time and physical exertion in your chosen activity will help prevent injury and will help you achieve your goals in long-term success. Whether your goal is to hike Mount Everest or be able to walk around the block, start slowly and gradually work to improve. Athletic trainers and your healthcare providers can help you work towards achieving your goals. And that's your tip of the game.
Only $5 Pizza gives you a large, freshly baked, one-topping pizza or a medium made-to-order supreme pizza for just $5. And don't forget the breadsticks, specialty salads, chicken wings, and more, all at a great price. And now $5 Pizza offers 2 locations to serve you, in the Providence Center and now on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. Both locations offering the best pizza value in Cedar City. 865-9600, 865-9600.
Southern Utah's first radio station. Talk Radio 590 KSUB.
Right side to Garrett. Garrett getting the start here in the second half of the ball game. Zab Santana with it now up top. Zab off the dribble, and he'll go into Crowley on the pick and roll. Crowley with the bucket. First 2 of the ball game for Bryce, 6'2", a senior, and he's made it an 8-point ball game, 31-23. Falcons with the ball, leading by 8. Third quarter just underway here at Cedar High School. Wide left with it is Farrell. He'll come up top to Lyman. Lyman with a crossover move. Into the lane he goes. Runs one up off the front of the rim. No good. Fights for the rebound. It's knocked out, and Zab Santana tracks it down in the corner. Santana with the ball into the forecourt. Santana will drive. Bang into a defender. Lay it up with the right hand coming in from the left side, and that bounds away. And the Falcons come away with the rebound. Into the forecourt comes Farrell. Farrell with the Bobby's Upholstery 3. Good. Third 3 of the ball game for Farrell. On your Bobby's Upholstery score. See Bobby's Upholstery for automotive and home repair, ATV, boat, and equipment, seats, sewing, and repairs. Bobby's Upholstery can handle it all at 454 North Main Street in Cedar City. 34-23, back to an 11-point lead for the Falcons. Tanner Air with the ball wide left. He'll drive and kick out to Landon Barney. Barney up top to Garrett. And a man-to-man defense for the Falcons. Barney to Santana. Zab with the ball out front. He'll back it out near midcourt now and reset the offense. Zab working one-on-one against Parker Holmes. Now working off the screen. He'll fire up the 3. It crashes off the glass, no good. And the rebound off to the Falcons. Into the forecourt quickly comes Lyman. To the left side to Parker Holmes. Holmes tries to drive baseline, pirouette move in the lane, high up off the glass, no good, and it's Garrett for the rebound, and the whistle will go against Parker Holmes. First personal on Parker, and that's the first team foul here in the second half for the Falcons. 5:45 left to go here, third quarter. Falcons out in front, 34-23. Landon Barney out of the ball game. Trayton Tebbs checking in. And in they come to Garrett. To Santana. The freshman drives, lays it off to Tebbs. Tebbs wide left to Santana, right side to Garrett, all the way over to the right wing to Tanner Ayer. Ayer to the free throw line on the dribble. Picks up his dribble, lays it off to Garrett. As he drives, he puts it up. Good if it goes, won't go. But the foul will go this time against Parker Holmes once again. So 2 quick fouls here in the second half of the ball game for Parker Holmes. And the score remains 34-23, but going to the free throw line to shoot, fouled in the act of shooting, is Garrett. Third quarter of the ball game is brought to you by Leon's Alignment. First one up and in. He is the go-to guy with over 30 years of experience addressing alignment and balance issues, veers, shakes, rattles, pulls, and all other general automotive repairs at 590 North Main Street in Cedar City, driven by perfection. So Jaron Garrett gets 1 of 2, and it's a 10-point advantage once again for the Falcons. 34-24, 5:15 left to go third quarter. Out on the right wing they go to Farrow. He'll drive and run it up in the lane, short off the front of the rim, and Zab Santana brings the rebound down. Zab in the backcourt. Now to the right side to Trayton Tebbs. Tebbs to the top of the key, out to Zab. A Bobby's upholstery 3 off the back of the iron. Crowley with the rebound. Zab driving, hesitating, put it up. Good if he goes. It's gone. So Santana with the bucket, and he'll go to the line to make it 3. 12 points in the ball game for Zab. And quickly halftime scoring, Canyon View 6 for Lyman, 6 for Farrow, 6 for Brindley, 6 for Spencer, and 7 for Parker Holmes. That's your scoring for halftime scoring, that is, for the Falcons, as Zab Santana completes the 3-point play. At the end of the half, Tebbs had 7, 2 points for Ayer, 10 points for Santana, 2 points for Armstrong. That was your halftime scoring for the Redmen. 34-27, a 7-point lead now, and driving, stopping, and popping for the 13-foot jumper is Trevor Farrell. First 2-point bucket of the ball game for Trevor. He's got 3 triples, and it's a 36-27 Falcon lead. Tebbs with the ball wide left. Tebbs to the top of the key on the dribble. Tebbs off the top high post screen. They'll bring it out to Ayer now, top of the key to Tebbs once again. And a Bobby's upholstery 3 off the front of the rim won't go, and the rebound off to the Falcons. Here's Holmes quickly into the forecourt with the left-handed dribble, drives the lane, crashes into the defender, runs it up, no good. Rebound Falcons. Taking it up is Sorensen. That one won't go, and it's Garrett for the rebound. Santana now into the forecourt right side. Tebbs with the ball. Thought about shooting the 3, thought about driving, did neither one, and now the ball is tipped away and stolen away by the Falcons. But the lead pass down the floor is too far out in front of Mason Lyman. Falcons turn it over. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams. 36-27, a 9-point Falcon lead. Redmond with the ball. Had a little full court pressure on the part of the Falcons. Man-to-man defense still. And the Falcons will drop back. Pick and roll to Crowley, and Crowley just didn't roll. He didn't follow through down the lane, and the ball goes over to the Falcons. Parker Holmes with a wide open look, good. From 3-point range, Parker Holmes hits his first triple of the ball game, and the Falcons have pushed it out to a 12-point lead. 39-27, timeout called, brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. When your child is sick, time is of the essence. Color Country can help with 3 board-certified physicians, an excellent physician assistant, and a very competent nursing staff at 55 East Canyon Commercial Avenue. Looks like it's just going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here for both our radio and video stream. Halftime score 31-21. So the Falcons thus far have outscored the Redmen here in the third quarter 8-6. Redmen with the ball and full court pressure on the part of the Falcons. Garrett to inbound. Jaron Garrett comes in to Ayer, back to Garrett. Garrett to the middle of the floor, splits the defenders, and to the free throw line he goes. Out to Tebbs now. Trayton with the dribble. Trayton will back it up now. redirect the offense. He'll hand it off to Air. Nope, he won't. He'll keep it. Now he passes to Air, left side to Garrett, all the way down to the other side. Backdoor play to Tanner Air as he tries to put it up. He's fouled. Air got himself caught underneath the basket. Fortunately for him, the foul was committed by the Falcons. And the foul goes against Dallin Brindley. First one up, no good. 4 team fouls now on the Falcons. The Redmen have not committed a second half foul. 3:01 left to go third quarter. So fouls will be a factor in the second half of this ball game. Air shoots the second one up and in. Tanner Air with 3 points in the ball game as he gets 1 of 2. And down the floor they come to Parker Holmes. Holmes drives the lane, picks up his dribble, kicks it back outside, stepping just inside the arc and hitting the 2-point shot is Trevor Farrell. 13 points in the ball game for Farrell, and it's 41-28. Here is Trayton Tebbs at the top of the key with a dribble. Right side, he goes to Garrett. Garrett driving, baseline right, no good. The ball tipped out. Tebbs has it, down into the corner to Air. His three, good. Tanner Air hits from 3, so he's got a 3, a 2, and a free throw in the ball game. 6 points. And the ball stolen away by Zab Santana. He gets it down the floor to Trayton. Trayton drives, lays it up, can't get the ball to fall, and a foul on the rebound is going to go against the Falcons. It goes against Parker Holmes. That's 3 on Parker. All of them have come in this second half. 5 team fouls now on the Falcons. 2:08 left to go. It was on the rebound, so it's going to be underneath a non-shooting situation. Checking in for Canyon View is Jackson Jurgensen, and out comes Parker Holmes. In they come to Trayton. Tebbs to Santana underneath. Santana puts it up, no good, but a foul will go against Cody Spencer. Santana with a hesitation move, got the defense in the air, drew the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 16 fouls now on the Falcons, so the next foul on the part of the Falcons, it'll be free throws either way. 2:04 left to go third quarter, and the first free throw is up and in by Zab Santana. Santana with 14 in the ball game, and a chance to make it 15 here with the second of 2. That one good as well. 41-33, back to an 8-point Falcon lead, and walking it into the forecourt right side is Mason Lyman. 6 foot, a senior, averaging 13.5 points a ball game. Lyman working off the screen to the free throw line. Pirouette move in the lane, lays it up, no good, and it's big Armstrong, the big kid Luke Armstrong for the rebound. Redmond with the ball, trailing it 41-33. Santana with it off the high post screen. Santana drives, runs it up, short off the front of the rim, and the Falcons with the rebound. Into the forecourt, and bumped and fouled is Jackson Jurgensen. Zab Santana frustrated that he didn't pick up the foul at the other end, and he compounds it by committing the foul at this end, and that's number 3 on Zab. And the first team foul on the Redmen here in the second half. 1:29 left to go third quarter. Out of bounds for the Falcons. It'll be Trevor Farrow to do the honors right in front of the bench. The Falcon bench, that is. In he comes to Lyman. Lyman right side to Farrow. 1:20 left to go. Farrow with a wide open Bobby's upholstery 3, and he's got it. Farrow with 16 points in the ball game, and it's 44-33, back to an 11-point lead. Zab Santana with the ball in the middle of the floor. Santana at the top of the key now. Lays it off to Tebbs. Trayton Tebbs on the dribble to the free throw line. And he traveled with the ball. They got him. 57.4 seconds remain here, third quarter. 44-33, Falcons with the 11-point lead. And as the clock ticks away, down to 50 seconds now, into the forecourt comes Farrow on the left side. To the top of the key, drives the lane, kicks it back out to Lyman. Lyman with a drive and kick. Now they go left side to Farrow. He'll take another 3. Long rebound knocked away, and it's controlled by Gage Savage down the floor. He comes to Zab Santana, and Santana misses the layup. Down the floor come the Falcons. Zab looked like he was thinking about dunking the ball, and that indecision resulted in the miss. So Mason Lyman with the ball out front, 18 seconds, and it looks like the Falcons are going to look for the last shot of the quarter. They lead it 44-33 as the third quarter winds to a close. Long three-point shot off the front of the rim. No good. Falcons with the rebound, and stepping on the baseline is Jackson Jurgensen. So Redmond with the ball, in they come. Gage Savage with the ball, and a premature full court heave. The ball went out of bounds with 0.6 seconds. Gage maybe could have got a little better shot than that, but it still would have been a three-quarter court shot. So 0.6 seconds remain, and the Falcons will inbound here. And no shot at the buzzer. 44-33, that's how the third quarter ends. And we will be back in 1 minute with the fourth.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Rally Stop is your one-stop shop for food, groceries, and top-tier Shell and Chevron gasolines. Cheap gas comes at a cost. You can trust Rally Stop to help save you money in the end with better gas mileage and engine performance. Save even more when you enroll in the Royal Rewards program with a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump, as well as points for in-store purchases. Good at any Rally Stop location in Cedar City, Springdale, St. George, Panguitch, and now in Delta.
We're back at Cedar High School, 8 minutes on the clock, and the fourth and final quarter of play is brought to you by Midtown Tire and Auto. Regular service extends the life of your vehicle and gives you better performance and fuel efficiency. Manufacturer recommended maintenance with Midtown is the best way to avoid costly and inconvenient breakdowns. Midtown Tire and Auto, look for the big tire at 433 South Main, right next door to our KSUB studios. Falcons with the ball in the 44-33 lead. As we begin the fourth quarter of play, Parker Holmes with his back to the basket, drives, hangs, puts it up, and the foul will go against Tanner Ayer. So at the line to shoot, Parker Holmes. Holmes with a couple of two-point buckets, a 3 and 3 free throws in the ballgame. And he eyes the free throw, puts it up short off the front of the rim, no good. Fourth quarter just underway, checking in the ball game on your Zions Bank substitution, Landon Barney and Bryce Crowley. This game is also brought to you by Carter Creek Concrete to Go, your small quantity concrete supplier. 1 quarter to 2 cubic yards, buy just what you need and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go on Airport Road in Cedar City. Parker Holmes misses both. The Falcons come away empty-handed. Ayer with the ball into the forecourt right side. Ayer with it on the wing now. And Barney now at the top of the key, and he'll drag his pivot foot and travel with the ball. 7:26 left to go in the ball game. Still an 11-point Falcon lead. 44-33. Falcons with possession. Mason Lyman with it. He'll be met as he crosses the midcourt stripe by Landon Barney. He'll veer over to the left side. Lyman at the free throw line. He kicks it out. The Bobby's upholstery 3 up off the front of the rim, and it looked like it went over the top of the backboard, but there was no call. Yeah, finally the call comes from the trailing official. The ball went over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. 7:10 left to go in the ball game. 44-33. Falcons hang on to that 11-point lead. Full court pressure. All 10 players on the floor are in the backcourt. In they come to Tanner. Off to Barney. And the Falcons drop back defensively. 7 minutes left to go in the ballgame. 44-33 Falcons. Here's Tebbs. Tebbs directing traffic. He directs Tanner Air to clear out. He'll go to Bryce Crowley. Crowley puts the ball up and in. Crowley with his 4th point of the ball game. 44-35, back to a 9-point Falcon lead. Down the floor they come to Parker Holmes on the wing. Holmes working off the screen. The ball is tapped away, and it's going to be Zab Santana picking up foul number 4. Reaching. Even if you don't get a lot of contact, reaching in kind of an awkward way, out of position, you're probably going to be whistled for the foul. So Garrett set to check in at the scorer's table, but he can't get in before the break, and the Falcons throw the ball away. Landon Barney with it. Barney on the dribble into the forecourt. He'll hand off to Santana. Santana splits the defenders, lays it up with the left hand and in. Don't know how he made it through, but he did. And now a timeout is going to be called because they don't want Zab to pick up foul number 5. 6:21 left to go, and we got a timeout brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. Back in 1 minute.
Turn to southernutahradio.com and southernutahsports.net for the latest in Southern Utah news, features, and high school and college sports, with local spotlights, local details, local features, local audio and video interviews, as well as live audio and video events. southernutahradio.com and southernutahsports.net.
Mikey and the Missus.
I reckon it don't get any weirder than that.
Only on today's hit music, B92.1.
Back at Cedar High School, and the Falcons with a 44-37 lead. With 6:21 left to go in this ball game, and it's going to get intense as we head down to the wire. Falcons are looking to make it 2 in a row after beating Desert Hills on Wednesday. The Redmen looking to snap a 5-game skid. 44-37 Falcons. And Canyon View with the ball. Into the forecourt comes Lyman, wide right. Lyman underneath to Holmes. Holmes with the reverse layup, won't go. And the rebound is fought for, and the battle won by the Falcons. Putting it up good. If it goes, it's gone. Mason Lyman scores it, and he'll go to the line to make it 3. 46-37, and Lyman with a free throw can put it back out to a 10-point lead. Our replays tonight on the video stream brought to you by Rally Stop, with locations throughout Southwest Utah, and the free throw is good, and a timeout called this time by Robbie Potter.
I am your favorite DQ Treats. And when you exit the drive-thru with a minivan full of me and a rear-view mirror obstructed by DQ soft serve, your kids will know that you know how to party. Party over here. Party over there. Party everywhere.
With 2 Cedar City locations to serve you on South Main Street and in the Color Country Chevron near the 200 North Interchange.
Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
The radio home for the SUU T-Birds. Talk Radio 590, KSUB.
Creighton Tebbs will trigger in. 47-37. A 10-point Falcon lead. In they come to Tanner Air, to Garrett. Down the floor quickly comes Garrett. Now he'll circle back out as the Falcons get back defensively. Zab Santana now at the top of the key. Once again, fights through the defenders. Can't get it. Bryce Crowley tries to put it up after the rebound, and he is fouled. So a couple of Webster's Orthodontics free throws coming for Bryce Crowley. For adult or child orthodontic care, Dr. Webster and his staff are there to set you straight and leave you with a beautiful and confident smile. Webster's Orthodontics, 415 North Main Street in Cedar City, also in Kanab and Caliente. The free throw by Crowley is in.
One more coming for Bryce. He's got a couple of buckets in the ball game. And now one free throw with a chance to make it 2 here. And Bryce will put the second free throw up off the front of the rim, and they're going to say a lane violation on the Falcons will give Bryce another try. And that one is good. Crowley with 6 points in the ball game, and it's 47-39, back to an 8-point Falcon lead. In the forecourt, Brindley. Cross court, he goes to Holmes. Driving baseline, cut off there. He'll bring it back out to Lyman, to the top of the key to Farrell. Farrell steps inside the three-point stripe and misses, but the rebound foul is going to go against Tanner Ayer, and that's going to be number 4 on Tanner. So a couple of Redmen in foul trouble. Zab Santana with 4, Tanner Ayer with 4. Parker Holmes to inbound. 15-foot jumper, no good. Falcons get the rebound once again and miss, and Ayer comes away with the rebound now. Tanner Ayer into the forecourt, drives in from the right side with the right hand and scores it. Tanner Ayer with his second bucket of the ball game to go with a free throw. On your Boulevard Home Furnishings drive to the hoop, you don't have far to drive for great selection and prices on furniture, appliances, electronics, and so much more at your hometown Boulevard Home Furnishings on South Main Street. Here's Holmes with it, tries to go up, can't get it, and a foul goes against Tanner Ayer, and that's it for Tanner. So Ayer out of the ball game with 5 fouls. 4:55 remains in the game, and it's a 47-41 advantage for Canyon View. Zab Santana will check back in with 4 fouls. So good to have you join us on the video stream, and we thank our friends from SUU's Communication Department for providing the production for that tonight. And we especially thank all of our great sponsors who made it all possible. First one up and in by Parker Holmes. Second one, good as well. Back out to a 10-point lead. 49-41. And here's Zab Santana walking the ball into the forecourt. Under 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Barney with the ball wide left. He'll go to Crowley at the top of the key. Crowley will hand off to Garrett. Garrett right side to Barney. Barney picks up his dribble, so can't take advantage of the Crowley screen. Here's Zab Santana, baseline jumper, in. Zab with 19 points in the ball game. And it's 49-43, the closest this ball game's been since midway through the first quarter. Mason Lyman with it. Left side, now they go back up top to Mason again. Mason dribbles all the way over to the right side, now to Parker Holmes, top of the key. Drives the lane, runs her up. The foul will go against Bryce Crowley. Nice job by Parker splitting the defenders there and creating the contact. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but he will go to the line. 49-43. Falcons out in front by 6. And Parker Holmes at the free throw line. Holmes at the line. And the free throw, good. One more coming for the 6'1 senior, averaging about 13 points a ball game. Good again. 43-51, back out to an 8-point Falcon lead. Full court pressure once again. Here's Garrett to inbound. Finds Barney, back to Garrett.
We're halfway home here in the fourth quarter of play, and it's 51-43 for the Falcons. Here's Garrett off the high post, the high post, and the pass over to Barney. And Barney just looked away too quickly, looking forward to doing something with that ball, and it went right through his hands and out of bounds. So an unforced error there on the part of the Redmen, and with 3:50 left to go in the game, and a 51-43 Falcon lead. Falcons with possession of the ball. Lyman drives, shooting it up in the lane, no good, and the rebound will go against the Falcons. The shot by Brindley missed, and on the rebound, a foul, and we will go to the other end to shoot. So Gage Savage at the free throw line for the Redmen. First chance at points in the ball game for Gage, and he puts the first one up and in. One more coming for Gage Savage. I thought for a moment they were going to call Zab for stepping on the half-court line. But Zab will go to the line and shoot as the foul went against Dallin Brindley. 53-47, a 6-point Falcon lead, and Zab can chip away at it. He gets the first. One more coming for Santana. Zab Santana gets the second. 6'3", a freshman, and a native of Puerto Rico. And Santana has made it a 4-point ball game once again. Bryce Crowley in, and Luke Armstrong out for the Redmen on your Zions Bank substitution. Hey, there's no substitute for having the right banking partner. Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Here are the Falcons. Maybe had a chance at a shot here, but they're going to bring it back out front and run some clock. 2:22 is left in the ball game, 53-49, and it's a 4-point advantage for the Falcons. Mason Lyman with the ball wide right, working against Bryce Crowley. Left side he goes to Spencer, back to Lyman. Lyman, cross-court pass, now down into the corner. They go back out front to Farrell. Farrell. And driving, kicking it back out to Parker Holmes. Still had a wide open look for a three, didn't take it. Now the shot on the baseline, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Falcons. It'll be Redmond ball. A 4-point ball game with 1:45 left to go. Quickly checking in is Ty Harrison, 5'10", a freshman, and a sharpshooter. Gage Savage comes out of the ball game. Redmond ball with full court pressure. In they come to Harrison. Harrison lays it off to Trayton Tebbs. Tebbs with a quiet night. Tebbs on the dribble now, right side. He'll lay it off to Harrison. They'll swing it around left side to Garrett, back up top to Tebbs. 1:29 left to go, 53-49 Falcons. Tebbs and a whistle and a timeout called by Russ Beck. On your Color Country Pediatrics timeout, we take a break with 53 for the Falcons, 49 for the Redmen, 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
For lunch, dinner, or after the game, Brad's Food Hut is the place to please the entire party. From Bronco burgers to fish and chips to sandwiches, salads, or specialty sides to delicious ice cream desserts or thirst-quenching drinks, Brad's has the menu to satisfy everyone's appetite. Serving Cedar City for nearly 4 decades, Brad's has become Cedar City's favorite stop. Call ahead and your order can be ready. Dine in or take out at 546 North Main Street, Brad's Food Hut, where everyone leaves happy.
DJ and Ernie, Big Kickin' Country's morning show.
So it's going to go down to the wire, 53-49 Falcons. And a minute 24 left to go in this one. Redmond with the ball. Redmond need a quality look here. Then they got to fall back and look for a Carter Creek Concrete to go defensive stop. Carter Creek Concrete to go, your small quantity concrete supplier, 1/4 to 2 cubic yards. Buy just what you need and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to go on Airport Road. Here is Garrett. 120. And in they go to Zab Santana. Zab up top to Garrett. Garrett to the free throw line. He'll kick it back out to Harrison. Redmond can't waste a lot of time here. 107 and counting. Here's Zab once again. Zab behind the back to the free throw line. Shoots, passes out to Harrison. They're going to call a blocking foul, and it will go against Kyle Sorensen. 6'2", a senior. Third personal on Sorensen. And at the free throw line is Zab Santana. Santana with 21 points in the ball game and make it 22. And a chance to make it 23 with a second of 2 free throws. Landon Barney set to check in the ball game for Bryce Crowley. 1:02 left to go in this ball game, and it's a single possession ball game. Zab Santana can shave it to a 2-point Falcon lead, and he does so. Checking in for the Falcons, Jackson Jurgensen, and out comes Kyle Sorensen. Full court pressure this time on the part of the Redmen, with 1:01 left to go in this ball game. In they come to Mason Lyman, and the Redmen fall back defensively. Lyman into the forecourt. A trap and a timeout is going to be called by Lyman, and we'll take it as well. 53 seconds remain in this one. It's a 2-point ball game. Falcons 53, Redmond 51, back in 1 minute.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
KREC, Bryan Head, and Cedar City at 98.1. St. George at 98.5. And the Southern Utah's Variety Station, Star 98, a product of Cherry Creek Media.
Less than a minute left to go here at Cedar High School, and it's a 2-point ball game. Falcons with possession and the 2-point lead, 53-51. And both teams come back out on the floor. 53.4 seconds remain in this ball game. And the Falcons just got to take care of the ball here. It'll be Trevor Farrow to inbound. Farrow comes into Parker Holmes. Holmes driving baseline, runs it up, and scores it. Parker Holmes with the bucket, coming in from the baseline right, 55-51. Here's Gage Savage driving, putting the ball up, no good. Tipped up, no good, and the Falcons have it. 35 seconds remain in the ball game. Driving, kicking back out the backside, and bringing the ball all the way back out front is Mason Lyman, and it's going to be free throws to settle this ball game from here on out. 10 team fouls on the Falcons, that's 9 on the Redmen, so this one will be 1-1. But after this one, it'll be 2 foul pitches for every foul, excepting offensive ball control fouls, of course. 30.2 seconds remain in the ball game, and the Falcons looking to put the seal on this one as Mason Lyman puts the first free throw up and in. One more coming from Mason Lyman. And it's a big one. And he hits it. Redmond with the ball, but now they trail it by 4. 30.2 seconds remain in the ballgame. Bryce Crowley back in. Out comes Jaron Garrett. and the Redmen are going to have to work quickly. The Falcons putting on a little bit of pressure. Now they'll just fall back. Here's Gage Savage into the forecourt right side. Savage on the dribble, working off the screen, brings it out front. Three-pointer up and off the back of the iron. Falcons have the rebound. And with 17.3 seconds left to go, the Falcons will go to the line again to add to their 4-point lead. 17.3 seconds left to go in this one. Once again at the free throw line is Mason Lyman. Mason puts it up and in. (58-51), and the free throw is in again. Cedar quickly brings it into the forecourt. Three-point shot by Zab Santana is good. First triple of the ball game for Zab, and a timeout quickly called. We'll keep it right here, however. Zab Santana with 26 points in the ball game, and he hits the three looking straight down the barrel. Just a 30-second timeout. 59-54, still a 5-point deficit. The Redmen are going to have to foul and hope that the Falcons will miss a few. Falcons with all 3 timeouts left, the Redmen without any. 10.8 seconds remain in the ball game. Falcons still in the huddle. And now they come out onto the floor. 59-54, a 5-point Falcon lead. Falcons bring the ball in. It's tipped away, and Zab Santana has it. He'll drive, lay it off to Gage Savage, up and in. Gage Savage with the 2-point bucket. 59-56, a 3-point ball game. And a foul committed with 2.1 seconds left to go. And the Redmen are going to have to rely on the Falcons to miss both of these free throws and hope to tie this ball game up with a 3-point jumper with only 2.1 seconds left to go. At the free throw line to shoot 2 in the double bonus, first one up and in, is number 32, Jackson Jurgensen. That's his first point of the ball game, and there's not been a more important one. Second one by Jurgensen, good as well. 2.1 seconds, and that's going to pretty much do it for the Falcons. That's your ball game. 61-56 is the final here at Cedar High tonight. And the first of 2 rivalry matchups by these 2 teams. And our post-game wrap is brought to you by $5 Pizza, dine-in, takeout, and delivery, with 2 Cedar City locations to serve you in the Providence Center and on North Main Street, across from Canyon View Middle. Also brought to you by Brad's Food Hut, with a menu to please everyone. It's Cedar City's favorite place to hang out for nearly 4 decades on North Main Street in Cedar City, across from Frontier Homestead State Park. Final score 61-56. Falcons get it done tonight. We will take a 2-minute break for both our video and audio feeds, and we're back at Cedar High School right after this.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted source for tires and accessories, and for maintenance and service to the most exacting standards. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West, 200 North in Cedar City.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Nacken, orthopedic surgeon to the Thunderbirds and director of Intermountain Sports Medicine at Cedar City Hospital. If you want to get more active and healthy, First, be realistic about where you are and where you want to be. Starting slowly and being very gradual in your addition of time and physical exertion in your chosen activity will help prevent injury and will help you achieve your goals in long-term success. Whether your goal is to hike Mount Everest or be able to walk around the block, start slowly and gradually work to improve. Athletic trainers and your healthcare providers can help you work towards achieving your goals. And that's your tip of the game.
Only $5 Pizza gives you a large, freshly baked one-topping pizza or a medium made-to-order supreme pizza for just $5. And don't forget the breadsticks, specialty salads, chicken wings, and more, all at a great price. And now $5 Pizza offers 2 locations to serve you, in the Providence Center and now on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. Both locations offering the best pizza value in Cedar City. 865-9600, 865-9600.
The Big Picture Morning Show with Dr. T and Chris Holmes. Weekdays at 6 on News Talk 107.7, 590 KSUB.
And we are back at Cedar High School, where the final score, the Falcons get it done 61-56, a 5-point victory for Canyon View. And here is individual scoring, first of all, for the Cedar Redmen. 3 points in the ballgame for Gage Savage, 7 points for Trayton Tebbs. He scored 7 points in the first half and did not score a point in the second half, and that was critical for the Redmen. 1 point in the ballgame for Jaron Garrett, 8 for Tanner Ayer, 26 points for Zab Santana to lead all scorers, 4 points for Luke Armstrong, 6 points for Bryce Crowley. That's the scoring for the Cedar Redmen. For the Canyon View Falcons, 13 points for Mason Lyman, 16 for Trevor Farrow, 18 for Parker Holmes. Parker was really instrumental in the second half of the ballgame. He had 7 points in the first half and 11 points in the second half, and really keyed the Falcons there in the second half of play with some very, very physical play underneath. And Parker, once again, 18 points in the ballgame. 6 points in the ballgame for Dallin Brindley, 6 for Cody Spencer, and 2 points on a couple of free throws for Jackson Jurgensen. They came right at the end there as Cedar was threatening, but Jackson was able to hit both of his. And in fact, the Falcons really won the ballgame by taking care of the ball down the stretch and hitting their foul pitches down the stretch as well, and that made the difference. Final score, once again, Falcons 61, Redmen 56. Taking a look at what both of these teams are looking at next week. On Wednesday of next week, Canyon View will travel to Pineview, and Cedar will have next Wednesday off. Then on Friday, Canyon View Falcons have the bye, and Cedar will be here at home against Snow Canyon, still looking for a win here in region play. The Falcons improve to 7-7, so they're at 500, and 3-1 in region play. The Redmen fall to 4-9 and 0-4 in region play. For our video stream viewers, we will bid you farewell and thank you for watching tonight, and we thank those from SUU's Communication Department for their help in producing tonight's ball game. We once again give you the final score: Canyon View Falcons 61, Cedar 56, and we say goodnight to you from Cedar High School. For our radio listeners, we will take our final 2-minute break and be back with a final word right after this.